What's up guys, it's Dylan Sider with Kinfolk Carpentry, and today I'm going to review a tool. It's a chainsaw, so it's a little bit unconventional. It might not be something I use on the job site all the time, but as a homeowner, it comes in very handy. So stick around as I talk about that today. All right, before I do any cutting here, I'm just going to check the bar oil. Seems like I have a good amount. Make sure I don't run the thing dry. Make sure I thread it on right. Now, I don't use chainsaws for a living, so I can't speak to the quality of the chainsaw from a point of view of an arborist or someone who is constantly using one day in and day out. But I can speak to it as a homeowner and someone that's used a lot of battery tools and a lot of different saws. And I can speak to how comfortable it is and how well it functions for my use. So maybe let's go over a few of those things. So the reason I bought a battery chainsaw instead of a gas chainsaw is I am a carpenter, not a mechanic, and I don't use a chainsaw a ton. So I like that I can just pick it up, put a battery in, and it works. There's no carbs, mixed gas, the thing's not starting after winter because I forgot to drain the fuel out of it, and the finickiness of a gas saw. I think if I were to have like a daily use, this is something I'm just pushing hard, working with all the time. I think gas is probably the way to go because they're time tested and proven, and if you're using a chainsaw for a living, you probably know how to maintain it and keep it working correctly. And I don't know how to do that. I use it for exactly this purpose. There's trees that have dead limbs. I don't have a lot of property, but I have some. And yeah. It's nice to be able to just chop up small stuff for a fire. So the saw I'm talking about today is the DCCS672 chainsaw from Dewalt. It's a flex volt, so you can only use the flex volt batteries in it. You can't use the 20 volt batteries. And the one I bought came with a 9 amp hour. I have used a 6 amp hour flex volt in it, and I feel like it works exactly the same. You just don't get the length of runtime out of a 6 amp hour that you will a 9 amp hour. When you're running it, make sure you have bar oil in it to lube the chain up as you're cutting. And it comes with a key right on the bottom of the handle here to adjust the tension on your chain, and you do that right here, loosening these and pulling the bar out to tighten the chain, which it actually seems like it might need to be tightened a little bit. I am no chainsaw expert, so as you watch this video, yeah, feel free to critique me on my form because it's not what I do for a living. But yeah, this is the lock. Push forward to lock the blade so that you don't accidentally fire it up, and then obviously unlock to rip. So yeah, there's a little safety switch down here. So you push that down. Push that down and pull the trigger. Ready to rock. Bar length is 18 inches, 45 centimeters. I do feel like my bar is a bit on the loose side at the moment, so I'm gonna go ahead and tighten that. So all I did was just loosen those. And there's a little slop in it, but all I did was loosen these and pulled the bar out that way, and that tightens the chain up a little bit. That seems a little bit better. Again, not a professional, don't exactly know what is too loose and what is too tight. But I'm excited. My brother, I think at some point, is starting a YouTube channel, and he's actually an arborist. He'd probably do a better review on this saw than I would. But I know he's more of a gas man than a battery man. When his channel gets going, I'm definitely going to plug it, because he is a very entertaining individual. Boom. So as you can see, this is an 18-inch bar saw. It'll cut through stuff much bigger. No one call Kinfolk Carpentry to remove a tree from their house. I'd be horribly inefficient. Potentially dangerous. But man, you feel like a boss when you cut something down, you know? It's like something primal about chopping a tree down. Yeah, oh man. I'm sure a gas one even feels more manly. So something to note, this saw right now sells for $439 at Home Depot. That's with the 9 amp hour battery, and I think you end up getting the battery for like $100 because the bare tool is like $339. So I think it's a good deal to buy it at $439 and get a 9 amp hour battery. I definitely paid less. I think I paid $399 for it. It was on sale. Yeah, it's a great tool. I do recommend it. I've loved it so far, and I've had it probably 6 months, and I've used it a handful of times, and every single time it's performed quite well. As I don't know chainsaws super well, there's not like statistics that I specifically know to call out. I know it doesn't have an auto chain tensioner. You got to do it by hand. You know, all the specs are right here. Chain speed, 13.5, I don't know, meters per second, I guess, or 44 feet per second. You know, I'm used to RPMs in the carpentry world, and it gives you what you would need for a chain if you need to replace it, or a replacement bar. You know, a few warnings here. Really, you should never touch a chainsaw to your face. That would be very painful. So, yeah, don't do that. Another thing to note is it does come with this nice sleeve for the bar to keep your chain from bumping into stuff when you're storing it, which is a nice little feature, but I'm sure most chainsaws come with that. So.